Hi everyone! Hindi talaga clear. Ganito na lang siya. From out sa amin. No one is watching. Hello! Sorry, it's too dark here. Ewan ko to sa laptop ko, kung paano to gawin. So, ayan. So, nagtatry na naman ako mag-live stream these past few days kasi nga hindi ako masyadong nakaka-upload. And kung nakaka-upload nga, wala talagang views. So, bumababa talaga yung WH natin. So yun, wala akong choice. I mean, there's really a need for me na do live stream. So, itatry ko yung features ng StreamYard. Oh. Share screen. Tagit tayo. Okay, I'm sharing a screen now. Screen na lang talaga. So, how is this? Hala, ang galing. I love it. Now let's try. Ano ba? Audible ba yung voice ko? Hello? Hello? Ano ba? Okay. Audible. So, better siya ganito naman. Okay. So, for this live stream, haha. I don't know, windang ako sa pa-share screen ni StreamYard. But anyway, um, mhm, okay. So since it's already since it's already May, so I'll be sharing na lang about this one. Okay. So I'll be sharing na lang about, sabay-sabay natin i-review yung RPMS. So, yun, we don't need this one since it's already May at kailangan na nating i-review yung RPMS natin. Supposedly, this month of May, we really need to do the mid-year review. So, skip na natin yung mga activity ka-etchosan na ginawa ko last time. Now, we will be focusing on the content. So, this one, this is for this school year, 2020 to 2021, this school year. So, the expectation of teachers must be captured in their performance assessment through a more contextualized, result-based performance management system or RPMS. The modification in RPMS, its tools, um, processes, and protocols for school year 2020 to 2021 captures the DepEd current system that governs teachers' functions. So, the selected RPMS objectives aim to assist teachers to adapt and/or respond more quickly and effectively to emerge circumstances associated with the challenges brought by the pandemic. So, proficient teachers who are teacher 1 to teacher 3, these they belong. Then, highly proficient teachers, master teacher 1 to master teacher 4. So, on this one, these are the phases for RPMS. So performance first, it should be really from January. So performance planning and commitment, then second phase, performance monitoring and coaching, then performance review and evaluation, then performance reward and development planning. Wait, parang gusto kong i-edit yun. How can I edit the title? This one. Can I? Anyhow. Oh, wait. Parang I saw something. Comments. Browsing. Oh. I really need to yung oh. I hope I could connect. It's loading. There. Okay, so next. Hmm. So teachers rate either. Actually, there was a memorandum wherein memorandum wherein it was parang it changed the and it was really extended the different phases in RPMS. So there are teachers ratees need to accomplish self-assessment. So self-assessment tool, we have two different SAT, rather self-assessment tool. Form SAT for teacher 1, 2, 3, and SAT for master teacher 1, 2, 4. So parts of assessment, so we have the introduction, demographics profile, objectives, and core behavioral competencies. Then, reminders on taking SAT, or there should be honesty. I hope everyone would really bear in mind that in accomplishing the SAT, there should be honesty there. So next, realization of KRAs and collection. The teacher will be provided assistance by the highly proficient teachers who are the Master Teacher 1 to 4 and school head all year round with point to match. So we change checkpoints on the media review. So RPMS tools, this is specific for the school year 2020 to 2021 because of the pandemic. So there are 12 indicators or RPMS objectives from 13 to 12 binawasan ng isa. So 7 objectives are classroom observable, then 3 objectives are with classroom observation tool, 4 objectives are without classroom observation tool, then 4 objectives are non-classroom observable, and 1 objective is the plus factor. So these two there. Okay. The mentoring and the coaching. And there, ladies, later. Okay, so you should bear in mind about this. It's fine. So ladies and raters must use this version of the RPMS for 2020 to 2021 in time of pandemic. So here, the next 11 RPMS objectives for the school year 2020 to 2021. Kaya siya naging 12 because there is two plus factor. So applied knowledge content within and across curriculum teaching areas ensured the positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process, applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical thinking, as well as other other higher order thinking skills, established a learner-centered culture by using teaching strategies that respect linguistic, cultural, socioeconomic, and religious background. So here, it shows the difference between the proficient teachers and highly proficient teachers. So, as you can see, all of the objectives were similar, but they only differ on the use of verb. Wherein for teacher one, in number one, teacher 1 to 3, number one, applied knowledge of content. But for the highly proficient, it must be more than effective application of content in the issue. So there was a difference between the use of the objective, but for highly proficient, it's more taxing. And then number five, delivered teaching strategies that are responsive to the special educational needs of learners in difficult circumstances, and then including geographical isolation. Actually, this is the new what's this? The new objective that our RPMS has. So this one, chronic illness, displacement due to armed conflict, urban settlements, or disasters, child abuse, and child labor. The use strategies for providing timely, accurate, and constructive feedback improve learner performance. And then develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address the learning goals. There. So as you can see, as I said earlier, so these objectives especially selected for this school year, as learners and the people across the globe in general have been affected by COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, the way teachers adjust and modify the teaching and learning delivery is captured in this year's activities. Number 8, set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. Build relationships with parents and guardians and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. And then participate in professional networks to share knowledge and enhance practice. Then develop a personal improvement plan based on reflection on one's practice and ongoing professional learning. So here the summary of the objectives. So domain 1 to 7 according these domains are from PPS. So there are 7 out of 11 standard classroom observable for RPMS school year 2020-2021. So what is this classroom observable? It means we need to give a demo teaching. It will be observed based on our performance in demo teaching. Then the rest of the objectives, so this one, but 3 will be subjected to classroom observation there. So, okay, classroom observable, so it means it will be observed yung mga ginagawa natin sa loob ng classroom natin. So, how the instruction. Then 3 of it were subjected for classroom observation. So, yun na, may demo tayo. What are those? So, apply this one. So, the means of verification na kailangan natin is this one, classroom observation tool or COT, rating sheet, or inter-observer agreement form from one observation or online synchronous teaching, or if option 1 is not possible, an observation. So we were given 3 options in attaining this observation. So is there, if like us, we adopted the distance learning modalities specifically for um, the use of SLM, self-learning modules. So we could have the option three, but personally, I'm planning to do the video recording for the second method. So again, you can do it an online solution or original video. I'm back! So wala na pala yun kanina. I'm back. So let's do it again. Um, nire-review ko yung RPMS. Yun talaga yun. Nire-review ko yung RPMS. Okay. And share screen. There. Wala. Para lahat tayo maka-review ng RPMS. That's why. Okay, tingnan natin ang next. This one. Okay. Gawin natin ito hanggang saan makaya. This one, only 8. Okay, fine. Only 8. So, yun. Ito na yung RPMS natin. How are we going to get 10 back? So, yun. So all objectives with classroom observation tool will be rubrics. This is the rubrics actually. Not pa. This is the CO. This is the tool. So this would be our reference kung paano natin ma-attain yung 7 or paano tayo maging 3. Of course, we would like to get 7. So all objectives with classroom observation tool will be rubrics for supervision. Also use the COT RPMS rubrics and observe teachers. So their feedbacks may be used to provide technical assistance to the school head and the observed teacher. However, their ratings will not form part of the teacher's RPMS rating portfolio. Supervisors. Okay, so for this school year, there are 3 alternative classroom observation will be considered. So as I've said, online observation of a video lesson and observation of the demo teaching via LAC or learning actions. So if the online is not applicable for us, we could use the option two, alternative classroom observation tool, wherein we could use the video. We could edit videos and show it to our school head for the rating, or for up to the highly proficient teacher to give the rating. So classroom observation tool in COT, applied knowledge of content learning areas for proficient teachers there. Okay, so we need to have this classroom observation tool rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form from uh, from any. So you can only choose one. And then number two, positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process. So we need this one, any supplement without COT. This is the objective without COT. Any supplemental materials in print digital format made by the RINTI and used in the lesson delivery that highlights the positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process. So we could use activity sheet or sheets, one lesson plan of self-learning. Okay, one lesson from 10 lesson plan. We have the WHLP information using the WHLP weekly home learning plan. Then video lesson, you could use that one, the audio lesson, and other learning materials in print digital format. So there, you can put annotation to read that. Then for the highly proficient, any supplementary materials in print or digital format made by the RATI and used in the lesson delivery that highlights effective strategies in the positive use of ICT to facilitate the teaching and learning process, and performance monitoring and coaching form to show proof of coaching and mentoring of colleagues. So activity sheets, one lesson plan from the self-learning modality module SLM, then lesson plan, any of the following. So you would use DLP, DLL, WHLP, WLP, WLL, lesson RSM, or what's this, modified for the DLL or lesson plan of your division. So read the lesson, learn the lesson, and other learning materials in print or digital format. So there. Then we also have number three, applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking, as well as the higher order thinking skills. So for me, we have developed and applied effective teaching strategies to promote critical and creative thinking skills, as well as other higher order thinking skills. So for proficient teachers, we could use this one, any supplementary material, so in print or in digital format, so made by the RINTI and used in the lesson delivery teaching that highlights teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking, as well as other higher order thinking skills. Okay, then we could use the activity sheets, one lesson plan from self-learning modality module, lesson plan. So, kailangan mag-isip na tayo nito kasi malapit na ang June and July. There. Then, video lessons. Okay. Okay. Establish a learner-centered culture by using strategies that respond to their linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious backgrounds. So, same pa rin. Kailangan natin ng activity sheets. So, kailangan ginagawa na natin to. I mean, we are doing this one. We have the WSLP, right? So, I also have lessons. Bulk na lang of data. Then 6, we have used strategies for feedback to improve learner performance. So evidence that highlights providing accurate and constructive feedback to improve learner performance and that shows timeliness of feedback given to any of the following. Timeliness. Wala pang charot. So, nag-out na ako. Baka I'm talking pa tapos wala na pala akong kausap. So there. Okay. This one, feedback. So we have the SLM, right? Pwede natin yung gamitin to provide. Di ba, while checking, nagpro-provide na tayo ng feedback. So ito yung kailangan natin. Highlight evidence that highlights providing accurate and constructive feedback to improve learners' performance. That shows timeliness of feedback given to any of the following. So we have the SLM. Kaso late na yung SLM. Charot. So then set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies. There. So one lesson plan, example. So lesson plan, it could be the LP, the LL, WHLP, or whatever modified lesson plan you've adapted in your division. So in our division, we have the WHLP, we adapted that one. So yun. Or one lesson from a self-learning module prepared by the RATI with achievable and appropriate learning outcomes aligned with learning competencies shown in any of the five. Again, let's do it again. Let's read it again. So, one lesson plan or one lesson from a self-learning module prepared by the RATI with achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies as shown in any of the following: lecture, discussion, then activity sheets, performance task group for assessing performance using criteria that appropriately describe the target output. Oh, guys, we have some of the modules have provided rubrics, so you could use that one. Yeah, you could use that one. Okay. Pero medyo tax in our education. So, aside you'll be needing one lesson plan, you'll be also needing, aside from those provided in proficient teachers, so you must demonstrate it in a LAC session as attested by the LAC coordinator, this one. Uh-huh. Or approving authority with proof of attendance of colleagues. There. So we really need to do it. Okay. Then the non-classroom observable objective. Ay, sumaliit na talaga. So build relationship with parents or guardians and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. So proof of participation in any activity for improved access to education such as but not limited to the following activities. So these are just examples. So if you have any movies or any tool that you can use for activities, you can use that one. So distribution of learning materials to learners or parents. So example C, form, monitor form, distribution of learning materials, etc. Brigada Escuela, commitment form to stakeholders, develop advocacy, participation that involves different stakeholders engagement signed by the student. Home visitation, so home visitation form others. So there. Okay, there. Am I back? Am I back to this live stream? My God, ang hirap niya. Ang hirap kapag hindi stable ang internet connection. Internet connection. Promise, ang hirap. Almost. Gawin ko lang siya wonder. Pagbigyan mo na ako live stream. There. Loading. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, back on the track. So yun, proof of participation in activity for improve access to education such as but not limited to. So dito, distribution of learning, state farm. So we could also have the attendance. Hmm, okay. Pwede tayo gumawa ng modify dito. Parent teacher lag or proof of or other stakeholders meeting. Example, one-on-one parent teacher, learner conference lag, attendance sheet with minute of online or face-to-face meeting, proof of learners or parents, orientation, etc. Okay. So number three, any form of communication to teachers or stakeholders, notice of meeting. So we have this one. Then screenshots or chats or text messages. Then communication with parents, guardians, digital printed copy of learners enrollment survey for signed by the ICT coordinator or focal person and go ahead. Okay. Okay, wait. Parang feel ko there's a need to write itong mga emojis na to. Ang dami niya. Kaya kailangan And number 10, learning in professional networks to share knowledge and to enhance practice. So, certificate of completion in a course or training, certificate of participation in a webinar with tooling, skilling, and other training, seminar workshop with proof of implementation. Huh? Okay, certificate of recognition, speakership in a webinar, retooling, upskilling, and other training, seminar, workshop. And any proof of participation, a benchmarking. Then we also have this, any proof of participation in school lab sessions, so certified by the lab coordinator and others. Okay, so yun. Then we have this one, next objective. Perform various related work or activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. So committee involvement, advisorship of co-curricular activities, involvement as module or learner material writing, involvement as module or learning material, participation in RPMS or school initiative, okay, book or authorship, journal authorship and contribution, coordinatorship, journal authorship, and mentoring, learners, participation in demo, construction, teaching, participation as research presenter in forum or conference, and other annotation. Okay, so hiring a field teacher. This is an additional form as part of their MOBs, the PMC, wherein they need to or to accomplish the performance and farm in providing assistance to the provision. So, PCF shall provide key and so highly proficient also performance coaching feedbacks and conference. So, oh my god, okay. So PMCF, am I out again? Wait. Oh, I'm still live. Is this hello? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, I'm almost done by the way. Later, we'll review and evaluate the provided provided IPCRF and MOBs of the rating. So accomplish the final IPCRF TP. This is the phase. This is phase review and evaluation in phase 4. The rate must target 1 or 2 weakness or weaknesses in the IPCRF. And strength DP, we have this one, developmental plan. So strength are competencies which the rated demonstrated consistent and exceed expectation. And development needs which rated demonstrates and So the rate has room for improvement and has not met the expectation. So there we have this one example. So to comply all of those and so we need to collect all the modes of I cannot claim Sharon. Okay. So again, collection of the MOVs or mode of verification. Yes, if you gonna try to see it again with the different RPMS that we need, it would be really taxing. But on the other hand, if you already gathered, I mean, we've been doing this thing. For example, the home visitation, right? So all we need to do is to collect and to gather all of those data and compile it. So it's the only thing we need to do. So what else? Um, what else? So it's really need to again. So there's really a need for us to help one another, you and your colleagues. So there is really a need for us to help one another because it would really make our task easier. If you are a solo person, if you fail to do and comply all of those stuff alone, just do so. Also, let's collect all those stuff, collecting all of those mode of verification. So for home visitation, we have actually I personally I modified the home visitation form. So we have modified home visitation form. So we could use that one. And then we also need the minutes. It does not really need that we. I mean, it does not really need for a minutes like for those mga very formal meetings. So we just need mga simple template for the minutes. And some I also made a template for that. So I made a template for how we're going to write a minute of the meeting. And then minutes of meeting, then we also have the receipt. So yun, we need that one. Parang acceptance form lang yun siya regarding sa releasing of the modules. And the feedbacks, di ba, we are checking, providing feedbacks. We check the modules and then at the same time, we write mga note on that SLM like you need to answer this part or so on so on. That's one form of providing feedback or that the direction ask you to circle. You don't need to circle the letter of the correct answer. You don't need to write the letter. And that's what safe feedback. That is an example of feedback wherein you could use. And also, what else pa ba from those emojis? And you still have just make it an R. Also, we can also use. Um, I need to stop sharing. So, what else do we need? And the rest of the objectives were actually very those things. And the problem, um, we are not, what's this? Oh, some of the what's this? Doing. So again, it's really important that we need to document those stuff. So there are 8 minutes to go, and then I'm done. And then I'm done. So 8 minutes to go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ay, nako. So there. And then actually, ang ano talaga dito, are for the master teacher. Now, out I think para mag-out din to. So, 7 minutes ago. So, I hope this yun. Dahil hihina na ang aking internet connection, ang aking internet. Hello, everyone. So, please stay for 5 minutes. Mas darker. I mean, mas darker na siya. Hi, hi. One minute to count. Explore natin, brand. Oh, tining. uh, the features. Okay. Can I add? Okay. Uh, I'm almost done. Okay. There.